What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest, craziest, and most hilarious developments in the One Punch Man story. The feedback on the One Punch Man videos has been amazing so far, and if you want to keep them coming, you know what to do. Smash that like button and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. As you wait for the next chapter or video to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist, where I got videos about the S-Class heroes, Blast, all dragon and god level monsters, and much more. Link in the description. Also follow AnimeUproar on Twitch, where we'll be doing fun stuff like reacting to One Punch Man chapters live, discussing the series, enjoying some dank One Punch Man memes, and just hanging out. You can find the link to the AnimeUproar Twitch in the description. Now without further ado, let's jump into it. I cover both the manga and the webcomic of One Punch Man on this channel, and this video will be about the webcomic. The webcomic is ahead of the manga, so there will be some very juicy spoilers in this video, just so you know. So in my last webcomic review, we talked about Blast's son Blue. He is the founder and top hero of the Neo Heroes at only 16 years old. The Neo Heroes isn't just a rival organization to the Hero Association. The Neo Heroes are actually the favorite of the two right now in the public's eye. The Neo Heroes are having more and more success, and the Hero Association is having more and more problems. And we'll get more into that as we move forward, but first let's turn to Blue himself again. In the last video, I was curious to see how strong he'd be. He came across a disaster level dragon monster and he knew he had to be careful, but he still seemed pretty confident that he could beat it. Remember, it usually takes a strong S-Class hero to defeat a disaster level dragon monster. And it turns out that Blue could seemingly defeat the dragon level monster called Eel Dragon. It wasn't a walk in the park, and Blue is sweating bad. He even says that he just barely defeated it, and that it was scary because he couldn't tell if his attacks were working or not until it started writhing in pain and eventually stopped moving. He also had to unlock all of the suit's limiters, and so he can't move the suit anymore. Then Blue does something pretty epic when he hears that there's another dragon level monster. He straight up breaks out of his suit, which was a pretty big flex, not gonna lie. Of course, with powerful suits being brought in, it makes you question how strong Blue would be without his customized suit. But it clearly seems like he's strong even without it. He breaks out of it so he can move and decides to go to the other dragon level threat with no suit. That's very cool, showing he clearly has a lot of courage. McCoy, the Neo Heroes executive, absolutely hates the idea not wanting Blast's son to risk his life. And Blue knows why. It's because then he, the son of Blast, couldn't be used for marketing. And that's one of the things that the Neo Heroes do really well. They are amazing with PR and marketing themselves as the better hero organization. And we also get some pretty hype words. Blue says that he became a hero in order to surpass his father, so he can't just sit back and watch. I gotta admit, this introduction of Blast's son is one of the most interesting things to me in the webcomic right now, and I get excited with every new detail revealed about him, and by extension about Blast as well. However, we then jump scenes. It's worth mentioning that Flashy Flash, Tatsumaki, and Genos all defeated their dragon level threats too, but Flashy Flash still let poisonous gas spread throughout the city. Tatsumaki couldn't stop her city from being destroyed, and Genos was very beaten up after his fight. While Blue could keep fighting, for example, Genos was out of commission for the foreseeable future. So despite the fact that Blue had more trouble in his fight than Tatsumaki and Flashy Flash, his victory is arguably a bigger success in the public eye because he was better at containing the damage. We've also been following Saitama and the Hero Name Victims Association, a hilarious group that continues to protest the terrible hero names they were given, like Caped Baldy, for example, in Saitama's case. Every part with these guys is hilarious. They come across Mirror, a dragon level robot threat. The robot had no problems dealing with Suiko, aka Suiru's younger sister. Saitama's fellow hero name victims attack, see that they can't do anything, and then start retreating. Saitama thought they'd show off their skills so their names would be changed, but when it comes down to it, they're pretty much all cowards, except of course Saitama. Saitama remains, but the robot is unimpressed. It has statistics on A-class heroes and S-class heroes, but is not interested in Saitama because everything about him sounds weak. He calls Saitama Caped Baldy and tells him to disappear. Saitama gets so mad for being called Caped Baldy that he angrily finishes a dragon level threat with one punch. One member says as expected from the leader of the Hero Name Victims Association, and then they all high five. This dynamic is the best, it really is. And Blue actually witnessed what Saitama did here, so along with the others, he's stunned at having witnessed something so crazy crazy coming from an A-class hero. In the following chapter, Tatsumaki goes on her own mission to fight a group of 11 people called 11, fittingly enough. They experimented on kids in order to turn them into espers, probably on Tatsumaki too in the past, so she decides to go deal with them. So obviously Blast is out of the picture as usual. Now number 2 Tatsumaki pieces out to do her own thing, and even Flashy Flash goes on his own mission to fight the group called Abandoned Masses, a group that's made it their life ambition to cut down the human population. And apparently they're really strong because in the Ninja Village, they were told not to get involved with them. That's pretty crazy because the Ninja Village was full of very strong people. But the point is, this puts Flash out of the picture as well, and even he thinks it will take no less than 4 or 5 days to deal with this. As Flashy Flash is talking to the Hero Association, he tells them to try to mobilize Blast if it bothers them that the Neo Heroes are outclassing them so much, and mentions how Blue, a boy who calls himself Blast's son, is being treated as today's big savior. And this is what I was referring to. Blue is in the people's minds right now the #1 hero, not just within the Neo Heroes, but among all heroes because he managed to come out of a dragon level fight unscathed while minimizing the destruction as well. I'm not saying he's the strongest, but the fact remains that he's #1 in the public's eye right now. As the Hero Association mentions, he's become a beacon of hope for the people. Even the Hero Name Victims Association got praise as a separate organization for dealing with Dragon Level Threat Mirror, but the world doesn't seem to want the Hero Association anymore at all. We go on to learn that most S-Class heroes aren't really available right now. As we know, some have already left to join the Neo Heroes, and in addition to the 3 mentioned, meaning Tatsumaki, Flashy Flash, and Genos, who are currently unavailable, Pig God's lack of mobility means they can't rely on his cooperation. Atomic Samurai and his disciples are away for their own personal training regiment in order to surpass their limits. Metal Knight is silent and seems like the main villain at this point, and Watchdog Man, one of my favorites, doesn't care about anywhere other than his territory, which he's protecting very well, and it's causing the pricing to shoot through the roof. And the list goes on. It seems like Drive Knight is the only available S-Class hero at this point. We go on to learn more about how the Neo Heroes are actually very sketchy. They are making people undergo cyborgification, thus making them stronger, but also seemingly taking away people's free will and turning them into mindless slaves of their organization. They are not just doing this to people who get seriously injured in battle though, they even try to do it to now Neo Hero Metal Bat. Luckily, the security guards that try to kill Metal Bat so he can be revived as an obedient cyborg are not strong or fast enough for him. I really like Metal Bat, and the second most recent chapter finishes with him considering which Neo Hero agent he'll send to the hospital first. I'm just glad he has his bat on him as usual so he can put up the best possible fight. And that brings us to the latest chapter of the webcomic. We got a fight between Speedo Sonic and the Neo Heroes. So in this case, the Neo Heroes forces consists of a bunch of heroes in suits, and a former criminal whose goal it is to kill as many people as he can before he dies. I told you, Neo Heroes are super sketchy. And of course, you start to understand why people like Sonic don't like heroes when they're willing to employ such maniacs as A. Along with Flashy Flash, Sonic recently got a Ninja Scroll power boost. Sonic takes down 29 men in suits with his speed of sound electric discharge fist, and then after seeing he's outclassed, A runs away. In the meantime, the Hero Name Victims Association continues to protest. We learned that the Neo Heroes refuse to work with the Hero Association on equal terms and even start directly challenging them. Super Sumo Champion Raiden wants to take Puri prisoners, group of criminals that he's trying to rehabilitate. The Neo Heroes want to cyborgify them so that they'll be a completely controlled workforce, and he even says that they have the government's permission. Bystanders also want the criminals off the streets, but Puri prisoner is prepared to valiantly protect his men. So it seems like we're going to get a Raiden versus Puri prisoner fight soon, which should be very hype. All of a sudden, the Hero Association heroes are being portrayed as the villains, while the sketchy Neo Heroes have public approval. Hilariously enough, Puri prisoner warns Raiden that he's into sumos too. And it's funny because every time Puri prisoner pops up, like, it's guaranteed to make me laugh. As usual, we can count on Puri prisoner for comedic gold. Lastly, if all that wasn't hype enough, we got Suiru, who is a Neo Hero now, and he's apparently got the Hero Hunter surrounded. So it seems like we'll get to see Garo soon too, which is crazy to think about. Let me know how you guys are liking the webcomic right now, and how you like these last few chapters. Like I said, I've been loving the hero name victim stuff, and also the info on Blue, Blast's son. Although Blue seems pretty strong with his hero suit, we have yet to see him push to his limit. Saitama beat Mirror before Blue had a chance to take him on with no suit. And it did seem kind of weird to me that Blue didn't know if he was having any effect on the dragon level monster until it suddenly started moving around in pain and stopped moving altogether. Could it have been an external force that suddenly defeated the dragon level monster, like the computer chip that Child Emperor found inside of it, rather than Blue himself? Were the other dragon level monsters also sent to cause damage by the Neo heroes in order to make them look even better? At this point, the Neo heroes are definitely sus, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was all a setup to make them look good and the Hero Association look bad. As we saw, McCoy freaked out when Blue wanted to fight another dragon level monster without his suit. He clearly doesn't have a lot of faith in his power and primarily values Blue because of the name recognition he has for being Blast's son. As things stand right now, Blue is the top hero in the public's eye, which is fitting for Blast's own son. But as we know in One Punch Man, things usually aren't how they appear to be, and we'll need to see more before we can truly judge the power of Blue. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep the One Punch Man videos coming, you know what to do. Smash that like button, really serious punch it, and share this video with any heroes for fun that you know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell and select all, or you will miss future One Punch Man videos. As you wait for the next chapter or video to drop, feel free to check out my growing One Punch Man playlist where I got videos about the S-Class heroes, Blast, all Dragon and God level monsters, and much more, link in the description. Also, follow AnimeUproar on Twitch, where we'll be doing fun stuff like reacting to One Punch Man chapters live, discussing the series, enjoying some dank One Punch Man memes, and also just hanging out together. And I'll put a link to the Twitch in the description as well. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!